Welcome everybody to another brand new video. So today we're working on a car that is super powerful, looks amazing, probably from my era of classic cars, the best one going. Let's go and have a look. Oh, wait a minute. Something definitely wrong here. I've gone and bought myself a new car. I've got to go and pick it up tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. So I'll see you. I ain't even got a watch on. I don't know why I'm looking at my arm. I'll see you in about 10 hours at my house. See you in a minute. Welcome everybody to my house. The time is 6:45 in the morning. It's early doors. The sun has just risen and it looks like it's going to be a mint day. So going to get my new car today, which is cool. I've conned my brother into driving. Well, I'll actually be driving there because I'm such a bad passenger. I've got bag full of cash, which I drew out the bank yesterday, so nobody come and try and rob my house. Got a GoPro for the drive home so I can record it. And we got the most important thing, we've got a pack of Werther's Originals to enjoy on the way. So this trip is going to be mobile, so I've got my mobile phone and my GoPro. And yeah, in about 14 hours, I'm going to be back here in the same place, but a much happier man with a mint car. So let's get driving, let's go. So we're on the move. I suppose I should have checked this microphone before I started because I don't even know if you lot can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. About the car. I road tested this car early last year. Probably, when was it? It was April time. Absolutely loved it. Straight away, fell in love with it. It's super fast. It's so fast, it's scary fast. But it's like scary fun. Just fell in love with it straight away. So David, who owns the car, he is a saint. He's had to put up with a barrage of text messages from me. Mate, will you sell it? Will you sell it? At least one a month I've been sending him. And he's always like, it's my pride and joy. I am never ever selling this car. He's had photo shoots with it. It's his Facebook profile picture. Absolutely loves it. So yeah, I've pestered him, no joy. Anyway, last Wednesday, message out of the blue, the Wednesday just gone, and he was like, Paul, I want to sell the car. I was like, sat up in my chair straight away. No way. I was like, mate, I'll be there. I'm gonna bring cash. Just let me know when I can pick it up. And yeah, he said his daughter's going to uni. The car, he never uses the car in the wet. Even if it's damp outside, it just never gets driven, which is good. And yeah, time to sell it, he said. So that's why we've got a big bag of cash and we're on our way to go and get it. So on to the next part of the journey. Ta-da! So that's my brother's leg of the journey done. He's dropped me off here at the airport. Typical, there was a crash on the M42, so noisy planes. There was a crash on the M42, so it's took about an hour to get down here. Yeah, the car is very far away, so I'm going to catch a plane. Just remembered, I've got a bag full of cash. So let's hope they don't get the rubber glove on, shall we? Let's go and check in. So got through security fine, no glove searches in any special areas. I was a bit disappointed really. There's my plane. Let's hope them pilots didn't go out and get absolutely hammered out last night because yeah, need them to do their job. So David, being a super lucky boy, won this car in an online car competition. So it was based in the Worcestershire area, which is why I got to road test it, but now it's up where David lives. So the plane's taken off now. We started off in Worcestershire, drove up to Birmingham, and now our plane flight is going all the way to Glasgow. David lives right the other side of Dundee, and because he's super nice, he's driving 2 hours down to the airport to meet me. I mean, what a bloke for doing that for me. It's cutting 2 hours off my journey time home, so instead of driving over 400 miles back from the other side of Dundee, I'm only driving 300 odd, and it's about 6 hours home. So after a brief Only hour-long flight. We're here, we're about to land in Glasgow. Can't wait to see the car. So we've landed here in sunny Glasgow, and it's sunny at the moment. First time to Scotland, but you never know, might start raining. David's meeting us in the car park of the hotel opposite, so let's not keep him waiting and get over there, get him paid so he can go home. Let's go see our car. Right, here's David. He's here, ready to meet me. Let me change hands. Hiya, mate, all right?
Yeah, good.
Right, the car is just over there. So let's sort David out, get him on the way. He's been kind enough to come here all this way, and then, yeah, we'll do the reveal. Right, let's go. So, I've driven an hour outside of Glasgow. That car park was so busy and noisy and everything like that, just couldn't do any filming in there. It has rained twice, and now it's dry and the sun's come out again. That's the Scottish weather, I suppose. So my bag is now empty, no cash in it. So I've just paid David a lot of money. It's a J-Reg car. It's 21 years old, and I've just paid him £22,000. That's a lot of money. So let's flip the camera around. I can see it, it's just there, and show you what I bought. Let's go. And there it is. Everybody remember this one? Did a video on it, rebuilt it, only got to drive it up the road once before Dream Car had it back. So if you remember, we got this car absolutely as a rock box. There was holes in the sills, the chassis leg had a massive crack in it, we had fuel pipes rubbing, the interior seats were falling apart, a lot of the other interior was just loose, and altogether it was a rotten, dangerous Nova. So over the course of a month, working absolutely flat out, working every weekend, we did all the welding and then painted it in a Vauxhall VXR Arctic White, and it turned out absolutely mint. And now I can properly say it's my car. After an hour of driving it on the motorway already, there's definitely some issues we've got to fix. Overall the car's good, but let's get back on the back roads and then hopefully get back on the motorway, and I'll have a chat to you about it with the old GoPro. Let's go. So after an hour of driving home, already on the motorway in a 6-hour journey, I know why I absolutely loved this car, and because it's mine now, I can openly admit that it's totally dangerous to drive. It's so fast, having over 300 horsepower. You sit on the motorway at 70, everything is fine. I mean, it's a new engine, so it will just sit there all day long at that. It's 6-speed. But in 6th at 70, if you floor it, you get a bit of lag, and then when it comes on boost, it literally pulls you across the lanes. The torque steer is unreal. You know, after owning this for a couple of more months, I'm going to have massive forearms just trying to keep it in control. The power I love, the looks I absolutely love. I want to get this more drivable so I can A to B it and drive it, you know, more daily and stuff like that. And that's what I want to concentrate on, fixing the faults. So the drivability and enjoyment of driving it. So listen to this. Can you hear the fuel pump? It's just like all the time. Like, I know it's got a massive fuel pump in it because the engine needs loads of fuel, but the hatch is just there. There's no sound deadening, no seats in the back, no carpet in the back. So that's one thing we got to sort. The other is just the rattles coming from inside. Let me pull off. Let's start heading back towards the motorway. Can you hear this noise this side? So that noise is the roll cage is either come loose, or it's touching the body, or it's rubbing on the seat, but it's just constant. Let's try not to crash the car already. Yeah, we're good. It's awful. So you've got the fuel pump doing that noise, and then you've got this roll cage this side doing that, and then somewhere down by the gear stick there's like something loose that's mega rattly as well, which is annoying. And yeah, it doesn't make this car an enjoyable drive putting up for that. Another thing as well is somewhere in here there's about 200 magic trees, I think, because the stink is getting right up my nose. So I need to get rid of all these magic trees, sort out the rattle. I mean, that is just mega annoying. The rest of the car, brilliant. Handling, the brakes, it's got drums on the rear as well. Yeah, the brakes aren't great either. So let's look into rattles, brakes, wherever the magic trees are, and then that's a good start. But other than that, listen to this. Oh, I'm never going to get bored of that. Right, let's do another 2 hours driving. Let's stop for a Mackey's, which will be nice and tasty, and then continue with our 320 mile, quite a few hour journey home. Let's get going. See you back at work. Love it. That noise though, head doing. Ooh. And there we go, I'm back at the workshop. This 21-year-old classic car drove faultlessly for 8 hours straight on Saturday. Couldn't be more chuffed that I'm lucky enough to own this Nova again. Special thanks to David for driving all that way. It saved me a lot of time and hassle. Really appreciate that, mate. The amount of people that pulled up alongside me on the motorway taking pictures and stuff. There was a gold Corsa, must have been a turbo, because he ripped alongside me and he was like fluttering the wastegate, wanted a race. I was still 200 miles away from home, didn't want to boot it. He just left me standing on the motorway. Unfortunately for him, about 4 miles down the motorway, he was on the hard shoulder with a police car behind him, so hopefully you didn't get any points on that. Stuff to do alongside the other list. The heaters don't work. When it did rain, it steamed up and there's just cold coming out of there. We got the fronts on coilovers. Be good on a racetrack. You know, round here it's terrible, so I might put standard suspension back on, you know, lower it 60 mil. The bonnet here has always bugged me. It's got a big K&N coming off the turbo and it just lifts the bonnet there, and it's just, yeah, something that's always annoyed me, so I've got to sort that out. Going on the brake conversion, it's got drum brakes on the rear. If anybody knows, like usually you'd have another Vauxhall and those rear discs would fit straight on that. If anybody knows that, that'd help me out loads. Leave it in the comments what brake conversion I can fit on it. But yeah, loads of work to do on this in the future and to do on many other cars. I'm going to be at the Classic Car Show, hopefully. I haven't fully booked it yet. In a few weeks, in Hall 5 again usually. I'll try and be stood at the stand this year, not wandering around like I usually do. So the Corsa, which is still sat there as a shell on a spit, I've got to get done. That still needs the engine rebuilding, gearbox rebuilding, and fully putting back together because it's just a bare shell at the moment. So a lot of work and pressure to get that done for the NEC, which I'll hopefully be there with as well. We got my Escort, the engine's back now. It's been bored out. The crank was knackered as well, so that's been ground. So I've got to get that back together. The Audi RS4, that needs a full engine rebuild. I might have another Nova come in that's maybe more powerful than this as well. That needs a lot of work. There's just tons of work and hopefully loads of videos to come still from me. But I'm only one guy, so I'll finish all these projects eventually. You just got to wait for it. But yeah, that's it from me. Different video. I enjoyed doing this one. It was like a journey to get my new car, which I absolutely love. So yeah, subscribe and like and wait for more videos to come in the future. As always from me, I'll say see you later and see you on the next one. Ta-da. Bye.